Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the Hack Your Lives annual public board meeting. This is the December 21st, 2021 board meeting, 2021 board. Sorry we're a bit late getting started, but I'm sure someone said furries during that pause. Anyway, let's move on to the next slide. So this is a question about Hack Your Lives. Hack Your Lives is a community support organization that tries to promote, support, and advance the idea that everyone should be free to hack their life in a safe and supportive environment. And that's all aspects of your life. We continue to rally around this call, and hopefully you'll find that the things we've accomplished this year were in service of that. And please remember that we are a charitable organization. On the call with me are the board of directors. If you'd like to all give a little shout out and say hi. So of course I'm Steve Sekiguchi, last on the list there. We'll go alphabetical by last name. Kat.
Hi, I'm Katarina Ford.
Kyle. While waiting for Kyle, maybe technical difficulty. Patrick.
Hey, Patrick. Also go by Midwalt.
Did you ask
Dan?
me to say
just say hi and yeah, just say hi so they can hear your voice.
I'm here.
Thank you, Kyle.
You broke up when you asked.
Hello. Yeah, I'm Dan.
And Jason.
Hi. I'm Jason Schwarberg or Janaeus.
Welcome. Next slide. So also on the call, because we have overlap, are the 2020 executives who help lead the organization for the year. I'm Steve Ortanuski again. You heard Dan and Patrick. Okay. So let's do a quick overview of our 2020 activities to give you an idea of what we did get accomplished. We had a DEF CON first party. Thank goodness DEF CON was in person again for the first time in 2 years. It was very exciting to see people again. We were all thrilled to be there and to be amongst our friends. It was a little touch and go. It was a challenging year to get a party thrown and to get things put together, but we were really excited and enthused about the level of enthusiasm, the level of support, the level of love. It was as if everyone got to kind of just like be themselves again for at least those few 4 days and get to see each other, hang out with friends. It felt really, really good. I'll be honest. After being locked up in our rooms for over a year and a half before that. We also had a DEF CON Pups along with the DEF CON Furs. We did an offsite DEF CON Pups in conjunction with a group called Building Blocks in Las Vegas. It was a single event. We had about 20, 30 people. It was nice. It was fun. We had mats and people got to pup. It was a good event. In addition to that, we did some other conferences and meetups. Further Confusion was an online show, of course, in 2021. And we participated with a virtual panel. Jay, you want to talk about what we did at BLFC?
Sorry, I just went forward a slide by
accident.
Slide? Yeah, at BLFC we did a panel with myself, Qatar, and Jason from QueerCon. Jason Bourne from QueerCon, and then had a demo of a 5G 4G between two endpoints with NotPike. Basically a private 4G network.
That was in person, right?
And that was in person.
Very cool. Patrick, you want to tell us what happened at Fidelity?
Yeah, so we participated in a online VR convention, and we had a panel. Don't have exact numbers of who showed up, but it was pretty fun. We had a couple questions, and then there was like a social meetup after that, and got to hang out with some people I hadn't seen in a while.
It's nice. And then Dan, you want to talk about what we did at QueerCon? You were at the pool party.
Yeah, we had the pool party. It was in person. It was in the middle of the summer day. It was very warm. I think I was
120 degrees.
Yeah, it was hard on equipment. Which is for those of you who are there, you'll know what I'm talking about. But the pool party, QueerCon didn't actually have an event this year, other than they hosted some pool parties at DEF CON. I think they did 3 days in a row, and we were there for one of the days. But we were there for 2 days actually. It was a lot of fun. Got to see some people again, see more people. It felt nice. It was outdoors. It was ridiculously hot.
It was a heat
So for
wave warning in Vegas.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, there were. It was indeed a heat health warning for Las Vegas, which God knows what that actually means, right? That means beyond superhuman. But for all of you who managed to attend our events, whether online or in person, thank you all for showing up. It was wonderful seeing you. It was so nice to see faces and give hugs and drink drinks and chat and be people in the same room together, or at least in the same space again. So thank you all. Hopefully you all enjoyed it.
We also
Next
had
slide.
a quick online gathering for DEF CON Furs about a week after DEF CON. I think we just didn't put it on the slide, but we had a virtual
We did. I
event
forgot
as
to put
well.
it on the slide.
Yes.
I made a terrible mistake. We did. We had a virtual conference, a very short 1-day virtual conference. We had some talks, and I even spoke. And for some reason, I completely spaced. So I apologize for those of you who did attend our online conference and who participated. Thank you very much. I guess I was just so excited about in person. I don't know. It just felt so nice to actually see people again. So at the event, it says we had 4 days of hosted parties. We ran parties for about 10 hours a day. At DEF CON Furs this year in 2021, we had the meetups. There was the pool party, QueerCon pool party, and Furs and Kinkster meetup. We did a mosh, and then we did a whiskey pub spirit tasting the first day of the show. That was very well attended. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, and I could actually, I drank a lot that day. Anyway, in addition, on the final day of the show, we had a charity auction, and we raised about $1,900. We auctioned off masks and items that have been given to us and gifted to DEF CON Furs. So book sets, and it was actually very successful. Next slide. So then we turned that into a charity. So we rounded DEF CON Furs and Hack Your Lives board decided to round the number up to $2,000, and we gave that to Lion Habitat Ranch. Lion Habitat Ranch is a exotic animal rescue and home in Las Vegas, in Henderson, Las Vegas, which is sort of south of Las Vegas. Henderson, Nevada, rather, south of Las Vegas. Great place to go visit if you're ever in Las Vegas. You can go see the lions. They have lots of lions and a giraffe that paints. Thank you. Patrick, I'm going to throw this slide to you as you are our treasurer. Talk about finances.
Yeah. So, oops. We did a bit better this year than last year. As far as individual contributions, we had a total of 43.7K donations from individuals and all of our supporters. Thank you so much. It allows us to really put on all of this. It's still down from pre-COVID. Like I believe in just before COVID, we were around 89 to 90. So it's still down, but we're able to continue. We also applied for and received a California COVID-19 grant for the amount of $15,000, and this was really important to us. We ended up with a net income, above the 15, but at the time that we received the grant, we were pretty close to being in the red, and this allowed us to bridge a gap that we had between where we were and when our DEF CON event happens. There's a lot of upfront costs there before we're able to show up, and that's generally where most of the donations are received from individuals in the community. But it looks like it's put us back in a good spot to be comfortable to going into 2022, as far as not having to worry about that, and hopefully with future plans we can continue to put on something a little bigger, God willing, right? Most of our expenses go into programs. The admin is very minimal. The only thing there really is just what it costs to keep the business license. None of the board is paid. Everything goes back into programs, and we do it for the community.
Can you briefly describe fundraising for folks who are not familiar with that term in this context?
So basically, fundraising is the costs of fundraising is basically when you donate to us over a certain amount, you're eligible to receive a gift. So if it's like over like $30 or so, you can get a T-shirt, stuff like that. And then it's also how we get our like electronic badges we do every year if it's over a certain threshold. So the fundraising cost is generally the shipping and the creation of the, like, if it's a shirt, the printing of the shirt. It's a bit more this year because most of our donations usually are picked up, and now we had to drop ship to every person, so that's probably at least half of that cost is shipping right there.
Okay, thank you. Let's keep moving on. Oh, by the way, if you have questions, we do have a YouTube chat. Please put your questions in YouTube chat.
Yes, we're keeping it
That will
active.
help us get your questions. We do have someone monitoring it. 2022 executives. For 2022, we've expanded the number of executives by 1. We now have a vice president role. This was ratified by the board. The vice president role is largely ceremonial. No, I'm kidding. The vice president role.
Thanks, Steve.
The vice president role is, never mind. I'm not going to. It's a long path. Vice president role is here to help us to keep things organized, to actually act on behalf of the president, and really is chief of staff, helps keep the organization running. So it's very important. We welcome Jason to that role. Thank you for volunteering.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about 2022. 2022, of course, we're going to be back. 2022 DEF CON should be in person again. There's full plans to do it in person. We will have a room block, much like we had in 2019 and in 2021. The 2022 room block will be opening shortly. We'll have a code, and you'll be able to book your room through our website. Hopefully get that here out by the first of the year. Okay. Fingers crossed. The room block helps us plan for DEF CON events, which is why we really appreciate that you sign up with the room block. DEF CON FERS itself makes almost no money from the room block. In fact, this year we actually lost a little bit of money on the room block. The rates are the same as DEF CON rates, so there's no advantage to you to book with the DEF CON group, other than when you book with the DEF CON group, we can keep you kind of in the same area, so you're more likely to be closer to other DEF CON FER guests. Same floor, same part of the same wing of the hotel. But again, that'll be coming out here shortly, hopefully by the 1st. Okay. But we will have a full slate of events at DEF CON 2022. Back to our sort of more normal size events. We'll have talks. We plan to have talks and panels, and in addition to the parties and the chill space. Okay. In addition, you can see a list of other events. At Further Confusion, Jay, what are we doing at Further Confusion this year?
So this year at Further Confusion, we actually have a meetup happening off-site at a restaurant in San Jose on Friday, Original Joe's. The exact time is yet to be determined. We basically have free reign to pick our time throughout the night. So I imagine it will be largely come and go, and it won't be limited to just con attendees since we're not in con space. We're actually opening it up to the whole DEF CON FERS community and the InfoSec community kind of in the area. So if you're in the Bay Area, whether or not you're going to Further Confusion and you're interested in coming and hanging out with us, it'll be Friday night at Original Joe's, and we'll give more details in our announcements channels. We'll also be doing a panel at Further Confusion. This one is obviously in con space, and we'll need you to have a con badge to attend. And that will be time and date to be determined as the con staff gets back to us with locking down the schedule.
Yes, Further Confusion is yet to set their programming schedule. So, the only one we can talk about is Security B-Sides San Francisco 2022, which is the first weekend in February, I think 6th and 7th. We'll be having a meetup there. It'll likely be on Sunday is the plan. B-Side San Francisco this year is Saturday, Sunday. Unusual. Normally it's Sunday, Monday, but RSA is one day longer this year. And so B-Side San Francisco is Saturday, Sunday instead. Okay. For these others that where listed will be, there'll be a meetup, for instance, at B-Sides Las Vegas. Again, this year, QueerCon activities. It says activities TBD. QueerCon, we're not sure what exactly they're up to yet. For 2022, they haven't shared with us their plans for in-person events. And for the others, we're still wrestling with what's actually going to happen. But expect to have meetups at least a meetup at every one of these, or at every one of these events. So if you're someone who attends furry events or InfoSec events or hacker events, please come find us, follow our announcement channels, and come say hi. I tell you that this whole 2021 getting to give furries hugs again was, I'm going to keep going on and on about it because it's just so wonderful.
I will also say we will almost definitely have meetups at any Ferality events that happen in 2022 as well, and potentially panels.
There you go. Yes, Ferality is not on this list, is it? Okay. Next slide. So in addition to all of our meetups and panels and conference proceedings and parties and opportunities to raise a glass and hang out with your friends, we do have a number of other initiatives underway. We are becoming more involved with the DEF CON organization itself, better integrated into DEF CON itself. For a while there, we kind of moved away from DEF CON. We were associated with QueerCon more, and we're finding this year we're going to kind of move back toward DEF CON. We'll see how that actually plays out and what that turns out to be, whether that ends up being a village or whether that ends up being more of an official event. They listed DEF CON official programming. We're working that out, but definitely more involvement with DEF CON. In 2022, we're also looking to start a mentoring program. There's a lot of experience out there. Where the furries and InfoSec are an amazingly talented group of people, and they have a lot to share. And we could be doing a whole lot more of it. So we're trying to set up a program. We'll be setting up a program, and if you have interest in participating, whether as a mentor or as an organizer, please reach out to us as we set up ways for new people in InfoSec to meet people with more experience and have the opportunity for mentorship. And it doesn't have to be InfoSec, frankly. It could be anything DEF CON furry related. Goes back to the Hack Your Lives mission statement, right? Which is to create safe spaces for people to hack their lives. Community building. We are going to be trying to do more locals as we get as we start to spin back up to in-person events, right? We'll do locals again. For instance, local here in the Bay Area that we were doing for a while that sort of dried up because we couldn't sit down together in the coffee shop. And so the idea is to get locals going again. If you think of it, kind of 2022 is a rebooty kind of year in some ways, right? It's getting back to what we can do and what we know we can do and what we can do well. As we hopefully come out of pandemic, or at least the lockdown portions of pandemic. Okay. And then our goal is also, as you can see, as we work more with DEF CON organizations and community building, it's not just our community, it's also communities that are associated with us or can be associated with us. So communities that have similar missions, communities that are very supportive, create safe spaces to allow people to be themselves, to express themselves, to find a place where they feel comfortable and they feel welcome. So we're working with those as well. We've been reaching out to other communities, and we'll continue to do so. Right, and then of course reaching out to our community for sponsorship and endowment. As you can see from our finances this year, it was a better year than 2021. It was a tough year. We weren't sure we were going to be able to pull things off. The California grant, as Patrick said earlier, was enormous. Your contributions we wouldn't be here without you, right? Whether they're contributions of time or contributions of money. So as we go on to the next slide, you'll see that we're saying, please help. Jay, you want to move to the next slide? Yeah, please come get involved. Please come help. Volunteer for staff. Our volunteer staff are amazing people. We would not be able to do this without volunteer staff. They're the most hardworking, dedicated, wonderful people I know, and I appreciate them so much. They're the ones who make all of this happen for you. It's like magic. We come together once a year, a lot of us, to make something magical happen and give people space to be themselves and to meet others who are like them. And we've seen all sorts of amazing things happen out of it. People get married, people they meet friends, they make new partners, they leave their partners. Well, that's only happened once or twice, but anyway, things like that happen, right? Because we give people the space. So please volunteer if you get the opportunity. We'll be looking for volunteers. We are always interested in people who are willing to volunteer and interested, not just for DEF CON FIRST itself, our big event, but also for the other panels and meetups that we have. Having people help to put those and pull those together is a tremendous. So you don't have to volunteer in the middle of the summer in Las Vegas at 120 degrees Fahrenheit. You can volunteer for MFF in Chicago in minus 20 degrees in Thanksgiving. Right? It's all open. Please don't think of this as just the middle of summer volunteering. In addition, of course, we're always interested in cash, cold cash, hard, cold cash, something like that. Some combination of those words. So please remember us with Amazon Smile. We are in Amazon Smile. We are in Benevity. For those of you who work for larger corporations that participate in Benevity. The company matches are amazing. This year, I believe, Patrick, we generated more than $3,000 between Amazon Smile and company matches and that kind of charitable giving, direct charitable giving. We're
Yeah,
always looking for donations of cash.
it's been great. I believe our Amazon Smile link is pinned in our announcement channel. I'll see if I can tweet about it again soon here. But the for company matches, basically, if you work at a larger company that has usually charity matching, where they say they'll double your donation up to a certain amount or whatever, Benevity allows us to appear in that list of pre-approved charities. So if you just search for Hack Your Lives, you'll probably find us and be able to, if you're planning to donate to us, donate through your employer, and they'll match it, for however amount that they do, and it really almost doubles, if not more, your impact. We really appreciate that. If you're not familiar with Amazon Smile, if you buy anything on Amazon, if you just append the Smile subdomain in front of Amazon.com, you could just shop normally, and they donate a portion of, I guess, the proceeds or whatever to organizations you select, and it doesn't cost you anything more than it would have normally. They're just sharing some of that, I guess, profit with charities.
That's right. And of course, it is the holidays. So if you're in the mood for holiday giving, we can add our list to our names to that, I'm sure, already long list that everybody receives from every charity they've ever given, even 5 cents to. But we would appreciate it. And then this year and next year, of course, we are looking for actual sponsorships. So we'll be reaching out to companies and trying to build a sponsorship program, the beginning of a sponsorship program. The way that DEF CON FIRST is going to survive and continue to grow and continue to be able to bring you the great content is kind of recurring sponsors, people who are willing to, whether it's recurring money or it's sponsorships from larger maybe corporations, maybe businesses that are willing to sort of be involved and help support our community. That we think that's an important part of the way that we're going to be able to raise the funds to grow the organization. All right. So thank you. Do we have any questions in the chat? Oh, hey.
No, there are no
questions.
questions.
Okay, thank you, Kitty. If there are no
Sorry, I was
questions,
muted.
okay. If there are no questions in the chat, again, I want to thank you for what was a successful year. We couldn't have done this without you. We wouldn't be here without your love and support. We're honored and very grateful that you put your faith in us to help bring this kind of fun programming and fun events to our DEF CON FIRST community. Dogs barking in support as well. It's wonderful. We could all howl, we'd howl. So thank you. Really, thank you from all of us. A wave and say thank you, right? Right. couldn't do it again without you. So please take a look. Keep it out on our Telegram. Keep it out on our Twitter. Play in our Discord, and watch for announcements about events that we're going to be participating in somewhere near you. And as always, keep us in mind. We love you all, and we really do appreciate your support. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Yes, thank you all.